Shalom, shalom. First and foremost, I'm going to face the east. Give all praises, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, Sham, Kakudash, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi, Barak Yahawah, Barak Yahawashi. Once again, those are the true names of the Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. Yahawah is the true name of the Father. That means he is, he exists. Yah means he, Hawa means to be, to exist, or the breath. So he is, he exists, he is the breath. He has no origin. He just is. Simply that. Second is Sham. Ba means in, Ha means the, Sham means name. Then Yahawashi, that's the true name of the Son. Yah once again means he. Yahawashi means to save or to deliver. Alright, put it together. He saves, he delivers, or he is salvation. As Matthew 1:21 says, he is. And then Rakah Kodash. Rakah equaling spirit, Kodash equaling holy. Put it together. A spirit which is holy, the Holy Spirit. Alright, that's all the Lashawan Kodash. In the Lashawan Kodash, Lashawan equals language or tongue, Kodash once again equals holy. So holy language, holy tongue, which the Father speaks, the Son speaks, the angels speak, we all will speak, we used to speak, alright, in the ancient days. Okay, so that's our language. Put it all together. Yahawah, Bahasham, Yahawashi, Bahasham, Kodash. When you call upon your power, when you worship your power, when you praise your power, you want to use those names. Right? Yahawah and Yahawashi. Okay, and the Kodash. No other names. They out here teaching you Yahuwah, Yeshua, Yahweh, Jehovah, whatever it may be. Right? You need to examine and understand where those names are coming from. The origins of those names. It's no E, O, U, B, J, or F in the Lashawan Kodash. Okay? So understand that, do some research on it, and you'll ultimately be brought to the true names Yahawah and Yahawashi. Second of all, double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone, which rule well and teach well and sincerity taught us his truth, and shalom to the Lord, so elect 144,000 men, as well as 1/3 men, women, and children, maintaining themselves, keeping the laws, commandments, and statutes to the best of their ability. Alright, it's your brother Yerami Kazak, back with hopefully another edifying street preaching through the spirit, power, and strength of Yahawah, Ba'ashem, Yahawashi, Ba'ashem, God. We're going to get started. Alright, I want to go to Jeremiah, because the title of this lesson is going to be EDOM has been made bare. Now, it's a lot going on. You know, you got water shortages, you got famines on the way approaching. Okay, you got oil about to rise once again, Strait of Hormuz, and all of that. Iran, is you know, going back and forth. This war is continuing. Okay, and then you have a defense pact between Saudi Arabia, Turkey, and Pakistan. All right, now that's a major one, because Saudi Arabia is heavy with the oil. Turkey is heavy with the military. They are the second largest military in NATO. Okay, and then Pakistan, they have a strong military too, but they also have nuclear weapons. So nuclear warfare, you know, and this is a defense pact. They're coming together to support one another. And then you see these came out this morning. These you know, these dragons of Arabia, all right, Ishmaelites. They're what? They're speaking about leaving America, all right, and detaching from America, because America is not really protecting their assets like that. Okay, so, you know, America is being made bare. Furthermore, Trump has been restricted to fly, and I believe the UK, all right, Britain. I will do a lesson more on it further on this week, but it's tying into Revelation 17 and 16. They should hate the whore. These 10, you know, the 10 kings, the 10 horns, like, they're hating the whore. NATO, EU, they're hating the whore. Turkey hates America, okay? France, Spain and America have been going back and forth, all right? We're talking, dishing little shots out, right? So all of this is boiling up to them hating the whore. So this is beautiful. That airspace and stuff like that is being restricted, you know, because they're gonna what? Ultimately, they're gonna starve her out, economically, okay? And then they're ultimately gonna burn her flesh, eat her flesh, all right? So we're gonna go over here to Jeremiah 49, verse 7. And it reads, concerning Edom, thus saith Yahawah of hosts, is wisdom no more in Taman, right? Is counsel perished from the prudent? Is their wisdom vanished? All of these secret societies, all of these little secret think tanks that you've always had and you always come up with, what's going on with that? Okay, how were the fowls allowed to get out? How is a simple, American, as you say, how do we know about everything that you have going on? All right? Ultimately, the Most High has revealed it to us. Yahawashi, Yahawashi, okay? The Father, Son, and the Holy Spirit has revealed it, poured it out, made it known. All right? Showed us. All things have been made known to us, man. So we know what's going on pertaining to prophecy. The spirit of prophecy is working. So you can't hide anything from the prophets. You can't hide anything from diligent men. Matter of fact, you are actually told through the spirit, you have to put it out there in your movies, in your music, in your comic books, and everything that you put out there. You declare and tell people what you want to do before you do it, right? All we have to do is pay attention to the signs. Average American doesn't do that. You're feeding these people McDonald's behind me. You're feeding these people human meat, human flesh, baby fetuses, okay? So they have a taste for that. So when this comes to play, when cannibalism comes back into action, they're gonna be with it. So all your wisdom and your ways of the past, where you could do all these things in secret, it's no longer working no more, right? Your counsel is failing. And who can have counsel against Yahawah? Nobody. Verse 8, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, and O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him the time that I will visit him. And Esau really talking about his whole lineage, Edom as a whole. I heard somebody say yesterday, man, who was doing a lesson, this dude said that Obadiah 1:18 is only talking about Esau himself. I'm like, what are you talking about? No, it's talking about the whole house of Esau. When it doesn't say Edom, okay, that does not mean it's just talking about one individual. No, it's talking about the whole house of Esau, which is Edom, shall become a stubble. And this is why, individuals don't have the proper elders and teachers. They don't have the proper breakdowns. So they come up with these fantasy type statements that make no sense. And like when it says, I shall say Judah and Israel, is he just gonna say the child Judah through that reincarnation and Israel, which is Jacob? He's not gonna say the northern kingdom and the southern kingdom, right? So you don't have a full understanding if you're thinking that way, man. The Most High specifies the head of that tribe, that kingdom. All right, Judah is the head of the southern kingdom. Israel, all right, really just talking about the whole northern kingdom, which Ephraim would be the head of that. All right, so he refers to the northern kingdom as Israel, or he can refer to all of Israel as Israel. You have to know the context of the situation, man. Okay? So verse 8 again, flee ye, turn back, dwell deep, O inhabitants of Dedan, for I will bring the calamity of Esau upon him the time that I will visit him. You need to, and we can't flee physically. We're not trying to leave America. No, we have a job to do. So we got to do that job until the job is done. Okay? So we flee spiritually. We're not aligning with this place. What's the most recent holiday? I don't know, August. What's coming up? Labor Day or some shit. Halloween. Okay, that's the one that I can think of. We're not involved in that. We're not associated with that. Okay? We're not, in the festivities of that. That's not our practices. So we're fleeing from the mindset of these Babylonians. The mindset that they had with civil war and race wars. We're not with that. So what? They hung another Israelite in Mississippi yesterday. Okay, that's supposed to happen. Jake is supposed to be roused up. Judah is supposed to be mad. They're supposed to rouse up. And the rest of the tribes are going to align with them and begin to fight the government. Yeah, that's supposed to happen. Let it be. Okay? So we're not in that mindset with them. We are doing what Yahawah Shem Yahawashi commanded us to do. Bidding them to the marriage, being harmless as sheep, all right, harmless as doves, okay, wise as serpents. That's what we're doing. Not out here marching in the streets. All right, talking about, that's right. We're not doing that, okay? We're fleeing from this place. Verse 9, spiritual. Verse 9, if grape gatherers come to thee, would they not leave some gleaning grapes? If thieves by night, they will destroy till they have enough. But I have made Esau bare. I have uncovered his secret places, and he shall not be able to hide himself. Okay, the Most High is not having any mercy. By you leaving grapes on the vine, you're having mercy for those that are less fortunate. You're having a certain mercy about these individuals. No, you will not have any mercy. You showed no mercy. You pursued blood unto blood. You wanted to kill, kill, kill. All right, that's your mindset. That's your MO. Whichever way that you can. Starting with the 1-year-old, shoot, hey, the 1-day-year-old, the 1-day-old to 99 years, whatever. All right, it doesn't. You have no preference. Okay, killing, you know, that's their mindset. So you had no mercy on anybody, even your own people. You didn't care about your own people. Okay, so the Most High is not going to have any mercy on you. You shall not be able to hide yourself. Continuing. His seed is spoiled. You're not going to be able to produce children like you used to. Your whole house is spoiled. It's robbed. Right? Understanding this, look at the stats. It's more Edomites, so-called YT men, dying than it is being born. And that's according to Yahawah. And if they are being born, they are for the sword. They are for slaughter. You are being born to be slaughtered, to go into captivity, slavery. And you may think it sounds strange with, you know, saying it right now, all right? But we're the ones that's in slavery right now. But we're spiritual men. We can see what's happening, what's taking place. We know what's gonna be fulfilled. We understand the prophecies. For Esau is the end of the world, Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. So we know what has to come afterwards. So, architects, all right? We can see the building before it's even being made. Be like, yo, this is a beautiful temple that's being built right here. Okay? And you have to keep that mindset. Regardless, when the job gets hard, you got to count the costs. Regardless, when, you know, you're fatigued and the sun is on you and you need water, but you still got to lift these bricks and put it up. All right? You still have to build. So you have to count the cost when whatever is going on goes on, man. And you can't quit in the middle of it. You just gonna leave the house there? Unfinished? No. Gird up thy loins like a man and do what is commanded of you, according to the book of Job. Okay? And that's what we're doing. So Esau's seed is spoiled. He couldn't finish what he planned out to do because the Most High did not ordain for him to do that. Okay? He ordained for him to be destroyed. The wicked was created for a certain purpose, an appointed time. We're going to have to get that Habakkuk, you know, keeping it going. And his brethren and his neighbors, and he is not, meaning he is. Okay? It's a certain way that KJV puts it, but it means he will be destroyed. Ultimately, at the end of that 1,000-year reign, Esau will be ultimately destroyed. We will never have to see a so-called YT man on this planet again. Okay? You know? So, with that being said, the whole earth will go back to being what? Melanated. In their right mind, too. With all the heathen nations, what? Knowing the laws, commandments, and statutes. Okay? to a certain degree. They're going to have to what? They're going to have to serve under us. We will have full authority over them. Okay? We will have slaves. The order of Malak Tazadak will be upon these people, bringing us a tenth of everything that they have. And if they don't want to, hey, no rain over here. Okay? Your crops will die. Your crops will wither away. All right? We're going to come through with the sword on y'all. Okay? But they're not going to be like that. Because understanding this, it's going to be a far greater kingdom, man, a far greater rulership than what you see right now. You will have real food, real domestic relations. You won't have to worry about your woman cheating, doing all of this. All right? Now, will the heathen still be committing sin? Yes. But the environment and the ways of this world will be far better. It won't be no porn everywhere. Okay? You won't be over-sexualized as you are today. All right? You won't be a lust bucket as you are today. Okay? Every man is going to have his own woman. And she's going to be a virgin, man. That's how it's going to be. The correct way and the proper way. All right? And you're going to have multiple women. The right mindset, not the Western mindset, but the right mindset is going to be back on this place. Verse 11. Leave thy fatherless children. I will preserve them alive and let thy widows trust in me. A lot of Jake, what? Raised up without fathers. Alright? Raised up without fathers. And you know, mothers, single mothers, etc., etc. Okay? Father died or father stepped away due to the curses. Deuteronomy 28:54. Okay? So that's what it is. Yahawashi is coming to save the fatherless and the widows. He's coming to save those that are oppressed. Esau oppresses the fatherless and the widows. These are the main ones that he comes at. The ones out of an unstable household. Alright? That's ones he want to manipulate. That's the ones that'll take the deal. That'll, hey, you want to sign this contract? Okay? You know, make your music. And they be trash. But they grew up in such a poverty state where Esau knows, hey, he's going to take this $1 million deal and sign over his soul. All right? Well, that's that shit right there. We're going to get a copyright. It's a good song. All right? And that's what they're doing. Jake is slipping into darkness, man. Constantly. You run into the drugs. You run into, you know, your woman. You run into everything else that's not the light, which is Yahawashi. So you're slipping into darkness. Okay? Jake go through emotional issues, psychological issues, mental issues, and you fall back into those old habits. Slipping into darkness. Alright? Verse 12. For thus saith Yahawah, behold, they whose judgment was not to drink of the cup have assuredly drunken, and art thou, he that shall altogether go unpunished, thou shalt not go unpunished, for thou shalt surely drink of it. You're going to drink of every ounce of this, man. The dregs, the bottom of it, the bitter ass part of the wine. That's what you're about to take in. All right? And you, Jake, that want to align and join hand in hand with this devil. Okay? It's going to be on you too. You're going to feel the effects of the second death, which you had an exemption from. You could have been, you know, but you were set up for it, ultimately, because it's no free will. This is why, hey, if you hear this message, you need to what? You need to pray and fast and hope that you be of that number, of the 144,000 and the 1/3, that you can make it up out of here. I pray I'll be at least a doorman in the kingdom, remember? All right? We trying to escape the fire that's coming to this place. First death is through what? The water. All right? This place being destroyed. And furthermore, us being kicked out of the garden and being actually able to die. That shit sucks. We were created to live forever. It tells you that in the book of Wisdom of Solomon, I believe. You know, we got anybody on the comment board? Nah. But Shalom, I see 2 people watching. Yahawah, Sham, Yahawashi, Barak, Ahtham, you in your household. All right? But man was created to be immortal. That's our purpose, to live forever. So why don't we? Because of sin. The wages of sin are death. we slipped into darkness, man, by messing with the doctrine of the heathens. Furthermore, specifically Esau Edom, the so-called YT man. If you really look at everything that he teaches you, is it beneficial to you? All right? Is your daughter sleeping with another girl? Is that beneficial? Is that the correct way of being? Is that gonna continue the earth? Is that gonna multiply and be fruitful? All right? Your son wearing dresses and shit, okay? GMOs, extra hormones in the food and the chicken. It's speeding up the process. Where your daughter is coming on her rag at age 9, okay? Come on, man. You are chemically altered. You are being experimented on. And you think that the YT man is running this kingdom in such a great way? All right? It was a Tyson plant, just shut down. 2,500 workers out of a job. All right? And they said they was fighting in that bitch. You know, they shut down without warning. Without warning. Why? Dumbass. Why? What's the reason? Because you have 3D printed meat. You have artificial meat. You have cloned meat. You have all this stuff that is taking the place of actual workers. So the job of working in the chicken plant is going to be no longer. All right? Where I'm from, in the South, that was one of the main jobs. Working at Purdue, the chicken plant. All right? That was the main job. Now, when that shit shut down, everybody that's in that region, they're going to be without a job. Okay? That job right there was keeping certain people alive and afloat. You know? And that's coming. That's coming to that area. That's coming to all these areas. But Jake, get out of high school and go straight to the chicken plant, man. Okay? Esau is shutting all that down because of 3D meat. Your meat is fake. It's not real. And it don't even taste like it. Bro, come on, man. You know that shit ain't real. You know it. Okay? Be careful, man. You gotta pray. Alright? Verse 13. For I have sworn by myself, saith Yahawah, that Basra shall become a desolation, a reproach, a waste, and a curse, and all the cities thereof shall be perpetual waste. Basra, the chief city of Edom. Today that would be your Washington, D.C. The Most High has prophesied. He has told you. He has had Jeremiah write it down. He has had his prophets write it down. All right? That place will be destroyed. Nuclear fire, ICBM missiles will come on this place. America will be destroyed because the Most High is not happy with it, man. All right? Everything that's going on at this place right now. The transgenderism, the transhumanism. Esau would connect a cat with a dog and give you the show Cat Dog if he could. Splicing of DNA. They have it now where you can decide if your baby is going to be a girl or a boy. You can't trust in the Most High to give you what he ordained to you. All right? Esau wants to play God. He's a fucking mad scientist, man. Don't you see that? But you still want to go to this man's hospital. You still want to let him cut you open and operate on you. You still want to take his pharmaceuticals, all his different type of witchcraft, his potions. This man is a witch doctor, man. All he needs is the bone through his nose. That's what he is. Can't y'all people see that? Wake up, Jacob. That's my brother down in Greenville, South Carolina say, man. Wake up, Jacob. All right? This dude is wicked. All the perpetual cities shall be waste. Every city, all right? Everywhere where Edom dwells. So will Europe get hit? Hell yeah. Is UK gonna be hit? Hell yeah. Spain, all right? France, okay? Man, come on, bro. It's over. America ain't gonna be the only place hit. That's gonna be the main devastation, the main destruction. But he has a problem with you, Gog and Magog as well. Russians, which aren't the original Russians. Y'all not Japhites. Y'all are Edomites, okay? But you got, man, I saw a doctrine this morning. Scrolling on TikTok, I saw this foolish dude talking about, yo, the Russians, they have their own nation. They don't like white people. I'm like, motherfucker, they of the same nation. Read Ezekiel 39. He has an issue with them as well. Ain't no Edomite making it. No Edomite is escaping. No heathen, regardless, will be given salvation. All right? So just because they seem to be a little better than your American Edomite does not make them better. Just because they came out and said that America is full of satanic blood drinkers, that don't mean that they own good shit too. They still trying to chip your ass as well. You know, Jake can take a gift and it'll make them blind. Oppression maketh a wise man mad, and the gift destroyeth the heart. So just because they put out the Russian icons, all right, now Jake is like, yo, we gotta be with Russia, bro. Blah, blah, blah. Now you're foolish, man. Because you don't follow the scriptures. Verse 14, I have heard a rumor from Yahawah, and an ambassador is sent unto the heathen, saying, gather ye together and come against her and rise up to the battle. All right, Joel, the 3rd chapter. Okay? Gather. Let's get that. This is what's happening, man. A rumor. Which it ain't no rumor, it's gonna happen. Trust and believe that. We'll get this real quick. 1 second. Matter of fact, I said we was gonna get that Habakkuk. So on my way over there, let's stop there. Let's stop at Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter. Start at the top. I will stand upon my watch and set me upon the tower, and I will watch to see what he will say unto me, and what I shall answer when I am reproved. And Yahawah answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables, that he may run that readeth it. Okay? Let me move my camera over, and we don't overheat. All right, so this vision has been made plain upon tables. We break it out, we give it to you the correct way. Are we good? Yeah, we good. We give it to you the proper way, the correct way. We're making it easy to understand. We're bringing out the pieces. Let's paint a better, simpler picture. Russia, that's the head of your so-called BRICS nation. Okay? BRICS nation. That's Brazil, Russia, China, India, and South Africa. Okay? So, BRICS nation. Now, Iran is gathering with them. Alright? And several other countries are on the fence of joining with them. So this is an alliance, economic at first, but it will simply turn into a defense alliance as well. Like I say all the time, Axis, allies. All right, study the past to know the future. Okay, nothing new under the sun. The Most High is doing the first woe, the second woe. He's bringing the third woe in a similar fashion. It's a competition, right? It's a fight. You have to have teams. So you have certain teams that's aligning. This is why Pakistan, Saudi Arabia, and Turkey have aligned up. Turkey is gonna be with Russia. Iran is with Russia. All right? Hamite nations. Ethiopia. Okay? They're gonna be with Russia. So you have all these nations aligning up to fight in WW3. This is what's taking place. The Most High said to the heathen, gather. All right? It's about to be a battle. This is why you have a draft coming. Where they're gonna be drafting young men from what, 18 to, I believe they moved up the age. You know what I'm saying? They're drafted, as they did in World War I, World War II, the Civil War, Revolutionary War. All right, all these different type of wars. Don't believe it. In the Civil War, man, you had 12-year-olds fighting. Okay? If you could carry a gun, a bayonet, put your ass out there. Go die for your country, boy. That's what's about to happen right now. And you got the stinking Lincoln. That's what we called it in the Navy. Abraham Lincoln. All right, a USS, it's a carrier. Okay, and I tell you from being on a carrier, the environment is not, it's not a desired environment. Okay, the food sucks. The environment sucks. The rack sucks. Where you sleep at, the bathroom sucks. Think about sharing bathrooms with over 5,000 people. Over 5,000 people, man. All right? Be shit all in the toilets. Toilets be all clogged up. I walked in one, bro. I walked in one time. The whole bathroom was flooded. It was shit everywhere. That's what happens, man. Okay? So they on that mug for 250 days. 250 days straight. No port visits. You're supposed to have a beer day every 45 days. They're supposed to pull into a port and let you relax a little bit and drink a beer. That's the rules of the military. But they're not doing that. All right? Because in times of war, that goes out the window. And Jake is what? Jake has been reported that Jake is jumping off the ship. Okay? We call that man overboard. Jake done lost it. His mental capacity has been destroyed. Even if you do rescue him, he'll never be the same. You got to ship his ass off back to the mainland. All right? Jake is done. Jake used to do that shit or threaten suicide just so they could get out of the military and get a check. And you can get out with a mental disorder and you can get a check. You just can't, you can't get a gun anymore, right? But so what? So Jake would do all of that, right? And that shit does fuck you up, okay? So this is the environment. This is the atmosphere of the U.S. military right now. They're going crazy. They don't want to fight. They're not built like they used to be. No. You got all these weak Jakes. They weak in the boot camp. Now boot camp is extremely weak. I heard you get an iPad in that motherfucker. Okay? We didn't get no iPad. We used to get one call home. That's it. One call away. You got one call home. Now, they get an iPad. I heard they get to call home every week. Hey, mom. No, man. It used to be a stricter way of training to set you up mentally for what you got to go into. But this military is weak. They letting anybody in. All right? So in another means, Esau is made bare through that. Your military is full of weaklings and transformers and homosexuals. That's what your military, is categorized of, man. All right? Verse 2. And Yahawah answered me and said, write the vision and make it plain upon tables that he may run that readeth it. And that goes with what? 1 Timothy 3. Because people are disobedient to parents. All right? Lacking affection. Okay? Bike batters. Liars. All right? No loyalty. No integrity. All right? So as the king is, so is his officers. The military has trickled down. Everybody that was worth a damn in the military, Trump fired because they wasn't with his bullshit that he's trying to bring on the American people. He had that big meeting with them last year and came out and unveiled to them what he want to do. And a lot of them retired and quit after that. You got to peep these things. These are not by accident or coincidence. Okay? This is why you have certain officers in them speaking out against the American government. And they're being hushed up or arrested. Okay? So, a lot of people are fed up. This is going to lead to a civil war, race war, purge, all of that. All right? Egyptian against Egyptian. You see it first verbally, and then you're going to see it physically. Verse 3. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry. You got these guys, they getting caught up. They're like, man, when is Yahawashi coming back? Wait. That's what you need to do. Wait. Endure. Have endurance. If your strength is weak, all right, watch lessons, study, fast, pray. You should pray every day, multiple times a day. All right? So, if you feel yourself slipping away, You gotta wake yourself up, man. Splash cold water on yourself, you know what I'm saying? And this is why you need to watch. If you watch and you see the report, you see what's going on in the planet, you should be angry. You should be feeling it. You see what's going on to your people. You should be mad. You should cry out. This should keep you going. Go get some fuel to keep it going, man. All right? Tie it back to prophecy. So this is not a time of celebration, a time of mirth, but this is a time of mourning. This is a time where Jake is pissed off. We tired of being here. I say it every day. We are tired of being here, man. In this position. We ready to go. Are you ready to go? I mean, that's the main question. Are you ready to go, or is it more here that you desire? Is it more here that you want to seek after? You should seek Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi with diligence and discipline. All right, so it will not tarry. When it starts to rolling, and it's rolling now, it ain't gonna be long. We don't have long in this place. Yahawah Ratzazah, Lord willing, less than a year. All right, just based upon everything that's taking place. Esau, come on, man, hit the switch, man. All right, you got the MOTB ready to go. Elon is what? He's building a $16.8 billion facility to mass produce semiconductors, which semiconductors are chips, okay? To mass produce those type of things. All right, we know what that's for. So, hey, let that go. Hey, you need some work? You need some help? I come build that bitch for you. All right, let's go. Ready to go. Shit. You need, hey, don't y'all got AI and robots and shit? Throw that hoe up. Just how you throwing up all these data centers. Throw that one up. Mass produce these semiconductors. Mandatory. Put them out so we can get up out of here. Esau know his kingdom is done. He's coming down with great wrath. He know his time is over. He's trying to cherish this little bit of time that he has in rulership. All right? But it's over, because he know once he hits the switch, once Yahawah ordains him to hit it, it's over. Right? And for you individuals that love America still, this is it. This is your last hoo-yah. It's your last time to party, man. Go do all the drugs you want to do. All right? Go fuck all the women you want. Go do all of that. Because you don't want to serve Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi. All right? And you heathen, you ain't got no choice. Go do what you do. But you Israelites that know you Israelites, yeah, go. This your last hoo-yah. What you need to do is turn back to Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi. But you don't want to. So go do what you think is best. And see how that turn out for you, man. Go ahead. See how that turned out for you. Everything that we said is not no lie. Everything that we said is going to come to pass, and your ass is grass in that time. The doors of mercy was open unto you, but you closed it in our face. So we walked away. Nigga, we ain't got to sell this to you. We don't have to make you believe. All right? We don't have to prove this thing to you. You understand? Yahawah is going to draw you, and he's going to open your eyes. Yahawashi always said, those who have the ears to hear and the eyes to see. Obviously, you don't got it. You wasn't gifted with it. Keeping it going, verse 4. Behold, his soul which is lifted up is not upright in him, but the just shall live by his faith. That's how we live. By faith, man. All right? Believing, hoping, desiring, looking forward, putting our affections above, not on what's on the earth, not on carnal things, but on what's going to take place, what's coming. Most people be too caught up in the present. You be too caught up on your financial situation, what's going on with you right now. All right? What if I really thought about all the bills that's lingering over my head? All right? Well, they trying to take my car. All right? All these type of shit. If I got caught up on that shit, hey, I would cry. I would cry. But nah, fuck all that. Mindset is on Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi. All right? Mindset is on Yahawah Hashem Yahawashi. He gonna pull me out of this situation, okay, and take care of me at the end of the day. So shit, we going through it as we supposed to, as our king went through it. as the apostles went through it, as the prophets went through it. It's nothing changed. It's all the same, man. It's all real. Verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, this devil comes forth with his doctrine, his way of belief, his understanding. Everything he believes, as I said earlier, those think tanks. Okay? He's putting together 150 of the so-called brightest minds to come up with a way to attack you, Jake. All right? Make sure this thing is hot out here. All right? It's locked. So he's coming up with all these people. He's gathering all these different minds. The same thing that he did with, what is it? Project, what's that called, man? Project, where he gathered all them scientists. It was like 1,300 scientists after World War II. Oh, it's at the tip of my tongue too, man. Dang, that's why I need the brother. Oh, man, but yeah, it's a certain project. And you can look it up. What project did the U.S. do that gathered all these scientists around 1945? Okay? And it'll come up. So he always does this. He gathers these great minds. That's the council. That's Taman. That right there has failed. It's over for all that. That's not going to save you anymore. Your council has been destroyed. You can have your WEF. You can have your, what's that other shit? WHO. You can have the Bilderberg Group, the Jesuits, the Club of Rome, the Council of Foreign Relations. You can have all of that, but it's not gonna work no more. FBI, CIA, NSA, ATF, whatever it be, it's not gonna work against us, man. Yahawah Shem Yahawashi is with us. Angels are encamping around about us. So all these alphabet boys that you have, they not gonna work against us. And then you have to come forth and slander. Use AI to paint the men of Yahawah Shem Yahawashi in a bad light. But it's not gonna work still. And you gonna lock some of us up, as it says in the book of Revelations. Let it be. But we gonna trust in Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. What? The just shall live by his faith. So therefore, regardless, whatever situation we in, we gonna live by faith. Alright? Verse 5. Yea, also, because he transgresseth by wine, he maketh a man drunk, as it tells you in this same chapter, verse 15. Matter of fact, let's get that real quick. Woe unto him that giveth his neighbor drink, that putteth thy bottle to him, and maketh him drunken. Also, that thou mayest look on thy nakedness. Esau has made you drunk, so he can look at you all vulnerable, all naked. You don't know who you are. You thinking you a so-called Mexican. You thinking you a so-called Negro. You thinking you a so-called Native American. When you an Israelite, a son of power, a prince of the power. All right? At the end of the day. But all of that, that's too much for you. Well, no, everybody's equal, brother. Nah, God loves everybody. Scripture never said none of that. You just made that up in your mind. And you know that. You know that deep down. Look at the scriptures, man. Did he love those Egyptians that he drowned in the Red Sea? Look at the scriptures, man. Did he love everybody when he brought the first death? Look at the scriptures. Who did he choose? He chose Noah, a son of God. Who did he choose after that? Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. All right? Who did Jacob bring forth? The tribes, man. All right? Judah, Benjamin, Levi, Simeon, Zebulun, Ephraim, Manasseh, Gad, Reuben, Naphtali, Asher, and Issachar. That's who he brought forth. That's who Yahawah deals with today. And furthermore, specifically, the elect, the righteous of those tribes. All right? Okay. Latino cop. You know? Jake be caught up in all this though. Alright? You know? Hey, brothers was in the military. We was Roman centurions. That's what we was. Right? That's what we was, Roman centurions. But just how, you know, you had Roman centurions coming up to Yahawashi. Okay? You had individuals that had certain status in Rome that believed, and they only could be Israelites. That's what you got to understand. They were only Israelites, man. Okay? Yahawashi wasn't healing no damn heathens. All right? So you had individuals that was in the military at that point in time, just as you have today. Just as nothing changed. Yahawashi came in a certain position that was similar to America. That's Rome 1.0. This is Rome 2.0. So your complaints are not hitting that shit. Our king went through similar tribulations, which far greater than what you going through right now. All right? Keep that in mind. Habakkuk 2 and 5. Yea, also because he transgressed by wine, as we said, woe unto him that put drink to your brother and cause of him to be drunk so you can see thy nakedness. That's what Esau does to the entire planet. As it says, the world has committed fornication with the whore. Revelations 18 chapter, loosely quoted. So that's what's going on. He's got this place drunk. He is a proud man. Neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell. Wherever he goes, he brings death. He don't keep at home. He's not in the Jordan. He's not in Petra. He's not in Mount Seir. He's spread it all around. He took over all of Africa, the land of Ham. He took over Australia. He took over all of Europe. Ran the Japhetic individuals up out of there. Took over Russia. Oh, but the Russians are so good. But he took over their land. He took over the true Russians, the true Greeks. All right? The true Spanish, Startians. He took over their land. Okay? And he's such a good person, I guess. He took over all of North America, South America. He took over Antarctica. All right? Nobody even lived there. Poor little pilgrim. What's the fucking penguins? Poor little penguins. All right? And every other creature that dwells down there. All right? He's down there doing scientific experiments, drilling through the ice and stuff. And it's land down there too. You know? So he took over everything, the entire planet. This is his kingdom. He's embedded himself in China. You can look up the Li family, Edomites, which look like Moabites, and they're embedded in that culture. And they are what? Billionaires in that culture, making decisions and things of that nature. Okay? Hey, same as the Saudi princes in Saudi Arabia, Edomites. All right? So this devil has went into these regions and he's took over these regions, man. He gets into whatever nation doesn't want to be with him. He performs espionage and he takes down that nation. Okay? They show you in certain movies, oh, it's a good series on Netflix, Man on Fire. It's like a rendition of what Denzel did, but it's got, you know, a new actor, brother cool, you know, good little joint. But it shows you how Esau sins like a wolf, okay? And he goes in to set up that country to be took down, right? Also show you that similar in the show Cross on Amazon Prime. You know, how the cop system is dirty, and it trickles up to the politicians and things of that nature. So Esau has to show you what's really going on. All right, it's all the narrative that a politician is crooked. That's not a fake narrative. That's a real narrative, man. That's truly real. He is a proud man, neither keepeth at home, who enlargeth his desire as hell, and is as deaf, and cannot be satisfied, but gathereth unto him all nations. What did we just say? He took over all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him? As we was reading in Jeremiah 49, okay? Yahawah said, hey, gather the nations. I heard a rumor from Yahawah, right? So he's gathering the nations. All these nations are taking up a taunting proverb against him. Everybody is tired of this devil shit. Shall not all these take up a parable against him, and a taunting proverb against him, and say, woe to him that increaseth that which is not his. How long? That's the question we should be asking. How long? We ready. Every day. I'm still here. We still here. All right? We got to maintain ourselves and keep going and keep pushing. Okay? How long? And to him that laddeth himself with thick clay, increases himself in debt. What's the debt right now? I think it's in like 37 trillion, 38. It's up there. And it's gonna continue. Okay? So he does things without having the resources to do it. He doesn't earn anything. He doesn't. And that's furthermore going back to the Rothschilds' way of banking, where they, once they get you in a position where you owe them, the usury, which usury is talking about interest, all right, it just continues. And it puts you in a position where you'll never be able to get out of it. You can never escape once you get in bed with the devil. That's how all his deals are set up. You know? That's why DMX is dead. That's why T.I. had to renege. He thought about changing. Nah. Yeah, they said they gonna put you in jail again. Alright, that's why Jay-Z, all these characters, they get in bed with the devil and then they have second thoughts. Nah, bro. Okay? Matter of fact, on top of that, give us another sacrifice. Okay? Matter of fact, on top of that, come to this location and get shitted on. Alright? We need you to go out there and make a fool of yourself, Kanye. Alright? We need you to run naked through the streets or some shit. Okay? So you can't get out of bed with this devil once you get in bed with this devil, man. You know? Keeping it going. Verse 7. Shall they not rise up suddenly that shall bite thee, and awake that shall vex thee, and thou shalt be for booties unto them? They're rising up suddenly. Out of nowhere, North Korea is ready to go. The weak nation has been made strong. Alright? Russia is ready to go. Okay? You know, Iran, 40 years in the making. They're ready to go. America's running out of nukes. Not nukes, but America's running out of missiles. But Iran is like, hey, we got them all day. Y'all want to keep going? Iran is like, how long you want to fight? How long you want to fight? We can fight all year. Pretty much. And they not just fighting America. They're like, fuck it, we can fight Israel. We can fight Saudi Arabia. We can fight Kuwait. We can fight Oman. We can fight whoever in the region. Whoever want it. Alright? So that's what's going on, man. You niggas over here, man, shit. Playing that bullshit. That's why that nigga dead. Young Dolph. Because he made a contract with the devil. All this shit y'all bring out. That's why that nigga dead. Alright? Sold his soul. And the devil came and collected it. Young Dolph. All these little gay ass rappers, man. All they do is sell their soul to the white man for some money, for a check. And then when the devil come and collect that shit, they be like, what? No. Nigga, it's too late. You got in bed with the devil. But then that disease and that poison that you spread to your people is already out here. Your memory lives on. I came out, we went somewhere yesterday, I came out, this nigga was playing Tupac. Like, damn, they still on Pac like that. Alright? That's what you get by selling your soul. You get immortalized. That's what you get in this kingdom. But it's all gonna be destroyed when Yahawashi come back. Ain't nobody gonna be singing no damn Tupac in the kingdom, man. Or no Biggie. Them niggas is 2/3. Alright? They both sold they soul. Believe that. Alright. Verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many, that's what Esau has done, the so-called YT man. He's robbed so many. He's unalived so many. He's destroyed so many. In this county, Los Angeles County right now, every baby that comes out, 1 in 5 babies is autistic. That's because of the way that Esau sets it up. He wants to put you on the prenatal vitamins. All right, yeah, go ahead. Take all that metal and put it in your baby's brain to destroy them and give them autism or Down syndrome. Take the prenatals, all right? He wants to give you all this food, which is fake. It doesn't give you real nutrients. For you women that are pregnant, fruits, vegetables, man. All right, light on the meats, avocados, blueberries, blackberries, things of that nature, okay? That's gonna help develop the baby's brain and help the baby prosper and come out extremely intelligent, right? And I'm speaking from experience. My baby came out a genius, damn near. So, you know, because we didn't do no prenatals, we didn't do none of that bullshit, all right? Watch what you wear. Don't be wearing no damn chemical-induced clothes from Sham and all of these cheap-ass sites. And Moabite, all right, you Moabites, Yahawah has a grief with y'all too, man, okay? Everybody is manipulating Jake, using Jake, all right? Because Jake don't know no better, it seems. So if they can spoil you and rob you, they're gonna do that, right? All the remnant of the people shall spoil thee because of men's blood, and for the violence of the land of the city, and of all that dwell therein. Woe to him that coveteth, and evil covetousness to his house, that he may set his nest on high, that he may be delivered from the power of evil. Thou hast consulted shame to thy house by cutting off many people, and hast sinned against thy soul. This all stems back to what? To him being that serpent, as it tells you in Revelation, the 20th chapter. It stems back to him being that devil, Satan, the physical embodiment. All right? Satan in the spiritual realm is actually, you know, righteous in a sense, because he does what Yahawah commands of him. Everything that the spiritual angel, the spiritual demon Satan is told to do, he does it. All right? He ain't going against the Most High ever. Never that. You understand? So, and Esau too, because Esau is what? He's created to be wicked. So he does what he's supposed to do, right? So, you gotta understand, this devil is supposed to be how he's supposed to be. So I can't be mad at the devil for being a devil, but I can be mad at Jake, who's supposed to be righteous, for being a devil. Because you betrayed and you sold out, you a turncoat, all right? You know, you what they call it, what's that? They called you a donkey. You be the one that working with massa, doing everything that Esau wants you to do. You's a donkey, man. All right? Not to be confused with Issachar, because they're donkey, that, you know, they're hard working. All right, so the donkey can be used. It's been used as different ways. As you got it now with the Democrats, their logo is a donkey. All right, and it's, you know, but a donkey is actually a hard-working, intelligent creature. Okay, it's not a stupid creature, as they try to make it like donkey of the day and all that. Nah. But they use it as a insult as well. You know, when Esau, man, he takes the language and destroys it. He changes the meanings of certain words, things of that nature. All right, so keeping it going. Verse 11, for the stone shall cry out of the wall, and the beam out of the timber shall answer. All these nations have realized what you have done. As we said in Jeremiah 49:10, you have been made bare. Everybody recognizes you for who you are, a devil. All that you can bring is wickedness. The wine, they're waking up. They're over the hangover now. They realize what you did to them when they was drunk. So now they want vengeance. All right? They want vengeance, man. Let's go to that Joel, the 3rd chapter. Find it real quick. Oh, it's like right here. It's before. Give me 1 second. right, Joel, the 3rd chapter. I'll start. Start at 1. Let's see what's my time. All right, what time we got? Oh, we hit an hour already? Damn. Bro, hey, you don't even notice the time, man. I ain't even know. All right. Starting at 1. Joel 3 and 1. And it reads, and this says, judgment on Israel's enemies. For behold, in those days and in that time, when I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Now the Most High has done that. He's brought the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. He's brought it upon us. Aren't we now in this day in our captivity? Barak 3, all right, and 8, we are subject to make payments in our captivity. We're paying bills, taxes, all these different type of things. Okay, wake up. That's prophecy. You paying bills is prophecy. We did not pay bills back in the day. That's not a common occurrence, man. People paying bills. No, that's not a righteous type of system. Okay. Actually, man, and you can look at this in many different ancient civilizations. Look at the Moabites or the Ammonites, for instance. When you go to somebody's house, they are, in a sense, by the law of the land, obligated to feed you and give you a place to stay. If you traveled a long way, that was common practice. Food, you didn't really have to pay for it like that. All right, it was more so. It was necessary. Water, you didn't have to pay for water. Why are you charging things of the earth? All right, so man, it's just the way of life is wicked. Just like healthcare, let's say you fall or break your leg, but you don't got insurance. So now you can't really get yourself repaired if you don't have insurance. All right, healthcare should be free. Okay, but this college should be free. Everything that Gaddafi was trying to do, right, and other nations trying to do, that Esau don't want to happen, which would set you up. You have a baby, you get paid. You get married, you get paid. You get paid to be fruitful and multiply, man. It's a good thing to have kids. But you look at the Moabites now, over time, you can only have like 2 kids, I believe. You're restricted to having just 2 kids. You have another kid, you broke the law. This is the mindset of them. So that population control, that wine of Babylon has spread. Where they think that the earth is not big enough. When if you look at China, majority of their people live on the East Coast, where they got all this different type of land over in other different parts of China. But you could expand the same as America. Majority of Americans live around the coastal area. 80% to be in fact. They live around the water. That's why they passed that decree where they can basically, come in and check you without a warrant now if you live within 100 miles from the coastal region. They don't need probable cause anymore. But most Americans don't check that. All right, in these times, that's about to be enforced. Okay? So the fact is, the point being is, they could have gave everybody 40 acres and a mule, as they say. America is that big. They could have gave everybody a house and spreading them out, and crime would be reduced and all of that. But no, they could have saved Babylon, but it's not supposed to be saved. This place could have been a great place. But under this wickedness, under this wicked king, it's always destined to be wicked. That's a cut to anybody that's thinking that the white man can change. If he could change, he would have been changed. He can't change. He's constantly going to be wicked towards you, man. He's constantly going to destroy you and corrupt you and manipulate you and break you down. The white man will never change. All right? So Joel 3 and 1 again, for behold in those days and in that time, which I shall bring again the captivity of Judah and Jerusalem. Okay? The northern kingdom, the southern kingdom, all our kingdoms, all right, as a whole. Even though specifically talking about the southern kingdom, but the northern kingdom is in captivity as well. We are oppressed together. Verse 2, I will also gather all nations and will bring them down into the valley of Yahawashi, and will plead with them there for my people and for the heritage Israel, for my heritage Israel, whom they have scattered among the nations and parted my land. The valley of Yahawashi, Jehoshaphat, where the battle, the main battle will be fought. That's what's going to take place. And he's gathering these nations right now. As we see with the Mecca Defense Pact, BRICS nation, all right, China aligning with Iran, Russia with Iran, all these different type of nations lining up. So this is what's taking place, man. The draft, okay? Verse 3, and they have cast lots for my people and have given a boy for an harlot and sold a girl for wine that they might drink. That includes your OnlyFans, your Snapchat, all these different type of ways that you have used to manipulate and destroy our people. You sold a boy where you got Jake being trafficked through Hollywood. Look at Justin Bieber. That's an Israelite. All right, but you skin tone Israelites, you only believe in skin tone. You would say Justin Bieber's not an Israelite because you don't got no spiritual base, man. You can't see that Justin Timberlake, Justin Bieber, Leonardo DiCaprio, all right, Robert De Niro, certain these individuals, all right, a Marky Mark, okay, a Eminem. You can't see that these are Israelites just because their skin is white. Foolish. You don't judge with righteous judgment. You judge according to the appearance. Can't be like that, bro. All right? So, that, bruh, those individuals, Justin Timberlake, these dudes were trafficked. Justin Timberlake was in the what? The Mickey Mouse house. You know how Disney get down. All right? Justin Bieber, trafficked, man. Diddy pushed that boy around. Usher Raymond, Diddy pushed that boy around. All right? His mother said, I'm sending Usher to a summer camp so he can learn how to sing and shit. Yeah. Usher was up in them freak offs, man. That's why the nigga ain't right now. Okay? What the fight? That stupid ass fight. I did not watch that shit, but what's his name? Orlando Brown and Ray Gay. All right, Ray J. Yeah, two other individuals that were trafficked, that were thrown around Hollywood. Now they feel like they're some gatekeepers or something. Most I ain't dealing with these guys, but that's what it's talking about. Okay? Verse 4, yea, and what have you to do with me, O Tyre and Zidon, and all the coast of Palestine, you Hamites. The true Palestinians are Hamites, Hamitic. We was fighting Hamites, all right? Goliath was a big-ass 9-foot Hamite, okay? Will you render me a recompense? And if you recompense me swiftly and speedily, will I return your recompense upon your own head? Because you have taken my silver and my gold, and have carried into your temples my goodly pleasant things. The children also of Judah and the children of Jerusalem have you sold unto the Grecians, that you might remove them far from their borders. Transatlantic slave trade, the Arab slave trade, all right? All these different type of slave trades. Understanding this, the Northern Kingdom was trafficked as well. They were took from the coast of South America and trafficked into the islands, trafficked back to Europe, trafficked in different lands. So you had Jake just being scattered, scattered all over. Wait, that sounds like a prophecy. Jake got scattered to the four winds of the earth. Wow. The Bible makes sense. All right, so that's what was happening, man. So you have scattered them far from our borders. Verse 7, behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have. Who gonna raise us? Yahawah. Does it say Nipsey Hussle? Does it say Martin Luther King? Does it say Malcolm X? Hold up. Nah, it must say, what's his name? Honorable Elijah Farrakhan, or whatever that nigga name is. Does it say him? The NOI? Alright? Does it say IUIC there? Does it say? Come on, man. Yahawah is doing this. Now he has raised up his men, which those men be of great millstone. Alright? He has raised up his men and brought back his order, that government. Alright? Behold, I will raise them out of the place whither you have sold them, and will return your recompense upon your own head. He's going what? He's going to turn us into battle axes. He's going to put our vengeance, his vengeance in us. All right? Turning us from fishers, what we doing right now, casting the rod, casting the line, all right? Trying to reel them in, but he's drawing them. He's the bait. He's getting the fish to jump. So we seeing, okay, are they over here? All right. Yahawah gonna make that fish bite, okay? And he's gonna allow you to bring it in. When Yahawashi cast the net into the water, and then it came up with all this fish, they was like, yo, Yahawashi, what you doing, man? Ain't no fish biting over here. He cast the net in, and it was just like, yo, too many fish. All right, Yahawah has to draw them. Okay, so it's a spiritual thing. You gotta trust in the Lord to make it happen. Not you, because your fishing habits, that ain't gonna work all the time. That ain't gonna work, man. It's not biting for you. But then you get with Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, let him be the bait. Let this word speak, not these gimmicks. Alright? All them damn presentations. Okay? All this damn, you see these guys, they love playing music before they videos. Alright, in a sense, Israelite music. The Alizar, the Mojo Jojos, the Hassad, the Hakkads. Nigga, just go be a rapper, nigga. Just go to Hollywood, go be a rapper, nigga. Go fail there, cause you failed over here. Alright? That shit ain't it. Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi is the bait. That's how you get them in. That's the correct way. And if they don't like Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi, then throw their ass back. It's not meant for them. This is the food, man. Eat his flesh, drink his blood, the bread, all right, the wine. Yahawashi, he's enough. All right, verse 8. And I will sell your sons and your daughters unto the hand of the children of Judah, and they shall sell them to the Sabeans, to a people far off, for Yahawah have spoken it. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. So, what does that say? Slavery. Slavery. That's what's going to take place. At the end of the day, you think slavery is wrong, the Most High just proclaimed it's going to be slavery. You can go back to the law and see that slavery was always a part of the law. We always had servants. Look at Sarah with Hagar. Was that not a servant? Did Abraham not have servants? All right? Did Jacob not have servants? Did Isaac not have servants? Consider the paths of old. Consider the ways of our people, the correct ways, the proper ways. Are we not servants to the white team man right now? Do you not go to his job and serve him? Do you not wait these tables and serve him? Are you not a server? And don't we serve our people? We're supposed to be a servant, man. All right? It's different levels. We always gonna serve Yahawah Ba'ashem Yahawashi. Always. Proclaim, verse 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles. Prepare war. Wake up the mighty men. Let all the men of war draw near. Let them come up. We're going to begin to wrap it up. But as we said in Jeremiah, the 49th chapter, I heard a rumor from Yahawah, right? And he's going to gather the nations. So as you can see, as I read, Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, Jeremiah, the 49th chapter, and Joel 3, they're matching up. They're lining up. Yahawah is gathering these nations. Make a defense pact. Brinks nation. Okay? These dragons of Arabia, which that's in 2nd Esdras, the, what's that, 15th, 16th chapter? Okay? You know, the dragons of Arabia are turning. They're deciding finally, I mean, shit, after forever, you deciding that America does not have your best interests at heart. And you're turning on him to join with the Carmanians. You're going to eventually join with Iran. All right? And you're going to fight this devil. Russia, you know, and it's going to fight with you. He's going to be a guard over you. Ezekiel, the 38th chapter. Right? So the spirit is moving, man. The Most High is doing what he said he was going to do. You thought it would tarry. You thought it was going to be... No, it's here. It's now. This is it. It's time to go. We don't have long. Won't have long, man. Not at all, man. All right? Get a little bit more. Verse 10. Beat your plowshares into swords and your pruning hooks into spears. Let the weak say, I am strong. North Korea, strong. Iran, strong. Right? Russia, they always been strong, but now they stronger. They were in a position where they had to kind of bow to America because of the nukes. But now, Yahawah has what? He has allowed them to have far greater weapons, far greater nukes. Okay? Supersonic, you know, missiles. Missiles that can reach that Kesnik. That shit, I think, yes, the Kesnik, it can reach Mach 10. Mach 10, bro. It's like 10,000 miles per hour. Okay? So it can go anywhere on the planet. Anywhere that Russia deems it to go. It can hit Australia. It can hit Antarctica. It can hit South America. It can hit America. And you gotta understand how close Russia is to America. What did Sarah No Palin say? I can see Russia from my house. Hey, I mean, they is close though, right? So that's a simple boom. That's a simple boom. That's it. And America does not have nothing that can stop that. So when it's on, it's on. So the weak nations are strong. Verse 11. Assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, all you heathen, and gather yourselves together round about thither, cause thou mighty ones to come down, O Yahawah. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahawashi. For there will I stir to judge all the heathen round about. Yahawashi means Yahawah's judgment. The Father is going to judge these nations. So it's the valley of judgment, the valley of decision. All right, he's going to stir up these nations, bringing them all into a pot, and now he's about to cook them. And you Israelites that didn't take heed, you want to go and join the military, the draft, you want to do all of that? Do your thing. All right, we told you not to do it. We told you take the jail time. Okay? Take the jail time, man. All right? You actually have your life still. Call on Yahawah Shem Yahawashi. Get into this book. Okay? Learn from the elders, apostles, and bishops of the great millstone. Learn the correct way that you're supposed to be. Turn back to the old paths. All right? Prepare thyself for war. Gird up thy loins. Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahawashi, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. Joel 3:13. Put ye in the sickle, for the harvest is ripe come. Get ye down, for the press is full, the fats overflow, for their wickedness is great. Multitudes, multitudes in the valley of decision. For the day of Yahawah is near in the valley of decision. The sun and the moon shall be darkened, and the stars shall withdraw their shining. Same thing it was said in Matthew 24 and 31. Okay? This is what's going to happen, man. The wisdom and the counsel of Taman is no longer. The counsel of these Edomites is no longer. It's done. It's over with. All your think tanks, as we said earlier, your club of Jesuits, your club of Rome, your Bilderberg group, your Council of Foreign Relations, your WEF, your WHO, your CDC, fuck them too, all right? All these different things. Man, fuck you, Jakes, bro. Every fucking, I'm tired. Every fucking thing that the Edomites say, y'all believe. Yo, what the CDC said, man, fuck the CDC, man. All right? And fuck the education system, man. Man, all this shit. Fuck Big Pharma too. Y'all bugging. Everything this devil say to y'all, y'all keep taking. Now y'all got the vaccine. Now y'all shit don't work no more. Now you out here trying to figure out, all right? Can't produce kids no more. Your dumb ass, man. You should have trusted in Yahawah by Sham Yahawashi. We don't need nothing from the devil. We don't need his potions, man. We don't need his concoctions. And fuck you devils. You ready to go, man. Ready to fucking go. Verse 16. Yahawah also shall roar out of Zion and utter his voice from Jerusalem, and the heavens and the earth shall shake, but Yahawah will be the hope of his people and the strength of the children of Israel. His people, us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, nobody fucking else, man. We tired. We are oppressed every single fucking day. We ready to go. There's nothing here for us, man. There's nothing here. So shall ye know that I am Yahawah, your power, dwelling in Zion, my holy mountain. Then shall Jerusalem be holy, and there shall no strangers pass through her any more. Kodash, set apart. Never again will we see our people on bullshit. Never again will we war against our brother. Never again will we have to teach one another. Holy mountain, a holy government, a holy Congress, man. With Yahawashi at the top. Man, I'm up out of here, man. Facing the east, giving all praises, honor, and glory be to Yahawah, by Hashem, Yahawashi, by Hashem and Kakadash. Double honors to the apostles, elders, and bishops of the great millstone. And shalom to the Lord's hopeful elect. Kwam Yasha'Allah, and abide with God. Keep the faith. Hold on, we almost up out of here, man. Shalom, shalom.